So, ladies and gentlemen, we have added a few pieces to the squadron of lizardry, and we're going to go on ahead and showcase that right now. Still waiting for another quarterback to come out other than like Vic. Dan Marino throws dots. He throws Doddingtons, but once you get your hands on Vic, it's really difficult to get away from him. I need a combination of Vic and like it's really either or. Either you have explosive speed, but your throwing stats are like, they're okay, or you're throwing lasers and you're slow as dirt. And some people may throw in some Rodgers or some Russell Wilsons, and I'm talking about like explosive speed, and it's difficult to get away from Vic because he can literally just change the game. Like he's so. Man, and I'm still waiting for my new Tom Brady. I've had this bastard since release day. I'm still waiting for a new Tom Brady because Tom Brady is my quarterback no matter what. With that conductor out there, as soon as we get a new Brady, those bastards are catching the heave-ho, and I'm going with Brady because he's the GOAT. And, well, he's the second. He's baby GOAT. The big GOAT, Le GOAT, is Garappa GOAT, and we know that. But I'll be honest. You guys are always wrong. Always. You guys are never right. Finally, you guys are right, because I'm never wrong. I'm never wrong. And you guys are most of the time wrong. And you guys made a suggestion, and you guys were right. Finally. Finally, you guys are right. After 5 years of being wrong, you guys are finally right. No, during the weekend league packs, I pulled base elite Michael Thomas, 88 overall. And I was very disgruntled, disappointed. More diss words, I would say, but I don't even know them. But if there were more diss words, like disappointed and disgruntled, I would say them. I just ran out of words that start with this that, showcase my frustratingness of pulling base elite Michael Thomas out of top 5 weekend league packs. Like, that was tough to handle. But you guys were like, you know what, Nelson? It's okay. We're going to save the day. He has a motivator. He also goes into a power up set. You should consider getting him. So I looked at the motivator set, and I'm like, his motivating ability is +2 catching. I mean, it's okay. It's all right. Like, I don't think I've ever been in a situation where, like, I drop a pass and I'm like, dang it, if he had +2 catching, he would have held on to it. Because let's be honest, like, as long as you do the right mechanic, for the most part, you're going to be able to catch the ball. As long as you rat catch in the right situation, as long as you spec catch in the right situation, as long as you aggressive catch in the right situation. Did I go through all of them? Aggressive catch, spec catch, possession catch. As long as you do all three of them, for the most part, you'll be okay. Yeah, there's some drop passes, but, it is what it is. And I wasn't too thrilled. I was like, you know what? Should I really do it? And this is when I was doing the stream for the weekend league packs. And people were like, you know what, like, nobody really uses Michael Thomas. Like, you would be, like, one of the rare YouTubers that have him. Like, go do it. YOLO. I was like, you know what? YOLO it is. We're going to roll with it. So I did it. And +2 catching for everybody on the team. And I didn't realize until afterwards that it's glitchy because it's also going to work for us on defense. +2 catching. We just dropped interceptions all the time. And +2 catching might make a difference between, I think it's more important defensively than offensively. I think that +2 catching could definitely make a difference between stone hands Lawrence Taylor catching a pick or dropping it, so that's definitely glitchy. So we picked up this Michael Thomas right here. We're going to go ahead and take a look. Now again, he has this is the reason why I did it. The reason why I did this set is because he has Playmaker, and Playmaker is God tier. If you guys, again, don't underestimate what Playmaker does. And I have 5, count them, 5 guys that have Playmaker between him, Randy Moss, Michael Irvin, Delaney Walker, and Jimmy Graham. I have 5 guys with Playmaker, and Playmaker will absolutely shred a defense if you do it perfectly. Now, I really noticed, I never really took advantage of Playmaker until I watched AKG play Weekend League, I want to say 2 weeks ago. And this is why I really enjoy watching him play with this team on Weekend League, because he's just far better than I'll probably ever be. Like AKG's a freaking monster, and top 5 of my pro Madden players too. He's top 5 of my list. He's one of my favorite pro Madden players. And he was calling this play out of trips where he had Randy Moss just on a hitch, on a little 1-yard hitch, like on a smoke screen basically. And he'll hike the ball, and Randy Moss just basically stands there at the line of scrimmage, and then he would read the defense, and he would playmaker him in a soft spot of the defense. And I seen him playmaker somebody at like 11 o'clock. Like, basically, remember the old school like Madden 12 slant so we could do towards the sidelines? And they got rid of that. They banned that. There was like no longer, like, that's not even a real route in real life. Like, he kind of just did that and got wide open. I was like, that's smart as hell. And, you know, without playmaker, 70% of the time they never go where you want them to. So then I really started utilizing playmaker, you know, more. I was like, you know, I'm really not taking advantage of it. Like, that was really smart of him to put Randy Moss on a smoke screen near him and then read the defense and then just maneuver him exactly where he wants him to and just throw the ball to Moss. Like, that was really, of course he had other reads, but his bailout was just playmaker Moss. And I was like, that's freaking brilliant, and I need to utilize that more. And we got 5 guys with playmaker, and I was like, wait a minute, man, this power up has playmaker? Okay, then I'm gonna do it. Then afterwards, when I put him in the lineup, I'm like, +2 catching offensively, again, doesn't really excite me, but on defense, it does. But we take a look at his attributes. We have 90 speed, and that's +1 due to the coach, Madden. 96 catching, 88 elusiveness, 93 spec catch, 92 release, 91 route running, 92 catching traffic, 90 jumping. You can see he is pretty much a receiver that can do everything. He's got pretty good speed. Not the fastest guy, but, you know, not the slowest. Pretty good speed. 96 catching is definitely amazing. Some okay elusiveness, some really good spec catch, release, and route running. So, and catching traffic. So that combination of 4 things, spec catch, release, route running, and catching traffic, the fact that he's 91 above in all those, I think just makes him a really, really, really solid receiver. On top of him being able to have the playmaker ability, on top of him giving +2 catching to each and every single person on the team, which does include the defense, I thought was uber glitchy. So he was our pickup on Tuesday, and we haven't picked up any. I was supposed to have gameplay today, but I woke up pretty late, so we're gonna have gameplay for you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys don't mind. But yeah, we'll have Michael Thomas showcasing in the gameplays tomorrow. So the +2 catching was able to bring Marvin Harrison from a 94 to a 95. He now has a whopping 97 catching, and this Marvin Harrison card has been extremely explosive for me. 97 route running, 94 speed, 97 catching. He has been a flat-out monster for me. Definitely love this card so far. You know, pretty much everybody else has pretty good catching. The only person, honestly, that drops passes is Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson, those little table routes out of the backfield, Bo Jackson drops a ton of those. He just flat out drops it. So hopefully the +2 catching can help him, because believe me when I say this guy drops plenty of catches. It's downright embarrassing how many catches this young man drops. But defensively, as I hit the B button by accident, defensively, as we end up selling a Bruce Irvin I just randomly had in my binder that I took a look for when I went to right outside linebacker, because I sold, well, I didn't sell him yet, he's on the auction block, but on the auction block I have Derek Brooks, and that is because I did indeed pick up this Edward Reed that I was saying that I had wanted to. Again, not a big fan of the OOP players, but I'm just basically going to utilize him for his zone coverage and speed. His block shed and all that stuff. His run support is extremely putrid. He will not be on my field when I feel like it's a running situation and I'm not blitzing him. He will only touch the field if he is being blitzed or if he's being deep blued in the middle of the field to protect the cover 2, and that's pretty much it. But I will definitely utilize that 92 speed, have him coming off the edge, and, you know, just try to take advantage of him just being, you know, pretty fast. 91 speed, +1 speed from Coach Madden brings it to 92. His zone coverage is 92 as well from Coach Madden. But, you know, he meets that 91 zone coverage threshold that we all know, love, and adore. So he's going to, you know, be pretty glitchy out there. So definitely look forward to having him out there sending him on some blitzes, and hopefully creating havoc on just getting to the quarterback extremely fast. And when it is a passing situation and I'm not blitzing him, I will hopefully go on ahead and notice some good zoning by him. Now, he has the pick six ability, which or pick specialist, excuse me, not pick six. He has a pick specialist ability, and that right there allows him to be less likely to drop an interception. So of course they will drop picks, but pick specialist is to give them a higher chance of catching interception, and he's going to benefit from +2 catching from Michael Thomas. So his catching is bumped up to 90, which is absolutely insane. I think if you throw anywhere near this guy, he's going to make a play. So I definitely will factor him in. He's the type of player where you have to put in the perfect scheme. I can't come out, and I don't recommend anybody just putting him at your right outside linebacker spot on 1st and 10 when somebody's ran deuce close 3 plays in a row for 12 yards and think he's your guy to stop it. If I see Ed Reed out there at right outside linebacker, I'm attacking him, I'm running towards him, and I will not stop until you take him out of the game, because he's not going to block shed anything. He's not the type of guy you want on the field to stop the run. But when it comes to passing, you don't want to throw anywhere near this guy. He's going to be an absolute monster. And again, I'm going to utilize that as well as his 92 speed and blitzing. So yesterday, the team of the week defensive hero was D.Slay, and I went ahead and did my Googles, and I looked, and he definitely was somebody I had to have because he had a power-up, and this is the second cornerback I went ahead and powered up. My first one I've ever done is Sherman. And of course, Sherman, I love Sherman because his zone coverage is really high. His IQ and play rec is usually pretty damn good, and he makes explosive plays in the passing game. And he has tip drill, which I loved, which is why I originally powered him up. The only problem is he's slow, so I can't really trust 88 speed on the field. So I just kind of got him just waiting in the wings until a new one comes out that's a little bit more viable of keeping up with the speed that's coming out as of late. But, in the second corner, I went ahead and powered up. And this card, the reason why I did it is because he has 94 speed, which is now 95 speed due to the Madden coach. And this right here really allows me to be risky and know that I'm not going to get beat deep. I baseline press all the time, pretty much every single play on my blitzes. And Eric Allen, who's originally my number 2 cornerback, just got beat over the top time and time over again, and it was extremely frustrating. I looked at the power-up set and did the quick muffs and realized that D.Slay was indeed going to have 94 speed, 95 with Coach Madden, the exact same speed as no, he's the fastest guy, 94 speed stock. He's the fastest guy, so I know I can baseline press and have him in a deep blue and feel very confident that I'm not going to get beat over the top. He's going to be able to make a play, because we all know when you baseline press, there's sometimes where they're 12 yards inside, and I would just get beat over the top because they're not parallel with the wide receiver, and they're too slow and they don't catch up. 95 speed, he could be lined up in the D tackle spot, and he should be able to get there in time to at least make a play. Or even if they catch it because he's just too far inside, which is stupid, but it happens, at least catch up to make a tackle and not give up a touchdown. So definitely one. And he also has pick specialist as well. So whenever I plug in Ed Reed, even though he's not starting, pick specialist will be active because it's active for D.Slay. So anybody who has that chem will be able to utilize that. So those are the newest pickups. And I played some squads, and Slay has already shown me, I've had some situations where they try to bomb me over the top on that left side of the field, and he was just not having it. He races back there, and he has yet to drop a pick. He has yet to give up an over-the-top touchdown. He was in a squat flat, and he's playing streaks, and he's chasing them down and defending the ball, where I know Eric Allen, unfortunately, just couldn't, because he's just, not fast enough. Nothing wrong with 93 speed, but it's not 95, And people with their Tyreek Hills and all these Mosses, and everybody got guys that are like really fast out there, just blowing by me. So I wish Eric Allen did have secure tackler. That would be glitchy, right? So those are the newest additions, man. We will have gameplay again coming for you guys tomorrow. Definitely look forward to seeing Ed Reed out on the field. I don't even really have Lawrence Taylor on the field. You know, I usually sub him out. Whenever I'm in 3-4, the defense I like to put is I'll put Anthony Barr in as my middle linebacker. He'll be my middle linebacker number 2. That way I can go on ahead and user him on the left side of the field, you know, hawk the middle. And then my second middle linebacker, I leave Luke Kuechly there because he has really good block shed with 97. He has pretty good zone coverage, high hit power, great play rec, tackling, pretty good speed. So it's me and, when I say me, I mean Anthony Barr and Luke Kuechly up the middle. And on the sides, when I'm in 3-4, I sub in Ray Lewis as my right outside linebacker. And the reason why I do that is because Ray Lewis has 99 block shed as well as secure tackler. So if you try to hit me with stretches or anything towards the outside, I feel like he gives me a really good chance of making a play because of the block shed being so damn high. And then on the other side, I'll put in Pretty Ricky Jackson over here. I'll sub out Von Miller and I'll plug in Ricky Jackson. That way, when I spread my linebackers in my 3-4, both outside linebackers have 99 block shed and high hit power. So I feel like that right there gives me, you know, the best chance I can to go on ahead and stop the run with both of those guys. So Lawrence Taylor doesn't even really see the field that often. I'll put him at D end every now and then, but you know, for the most part, he doesn't really see the field because, again, on the outsides, I have Ricky Jackson and Ray Lewis. Now, what I was doing is if I know I want to give the same blitz look, but I want everybody to be in coverage, then I'll sub out Ricky Jackson and I would put in like Derek Brooks, but now that's going to be Ed Reed, or sometimes I'll probably put Luke Kuechly on outside linebacker, put Ed Reed up the middle, and deep blue him, and I'm gonna mix and match my coverages, you know, and things like that, and you know, give them different looks. And there will be times where instead of Ray Lewis on the outside or Ricky Jackson, I'll sub in Ed Reed if I want to blitz an outside linebacker. I definitely already know the defense and plans I have to go on ahead and utilize their strengths, which is, you know, Ed Reed, their speed and whatnot. So yeah, hopefully you guys are, you know, looking forward to those. Derek Brooks is on, well, he was on the auction block. He just sold. Never mind. Mulligan. I was going to say, if you guys want to own, you know, Derek Brooks, part of the Lizard Squad, go ahead and get him, but he just went ahead and sold for $250K. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, man. It's your boy GS. Hopefully you guys are having yourselves a good day. Peace.